I've always been a big fan of Pixel phones, but I stopped buying one after the Pixel 4 XL because there wasn't much cool stuff going with the Pixel lineup thereafter, until the Pixel 6 and 7, which I decided to skip because they are very expensive phones. But the Pixel 6a right here is finally the real deal. I didn't pick it up because it just won MKBHD's award, but rather I've always wanted a compact phone with a good camera, good performance, and can at least last me a day of usage with a 4-hour screen on time. So here are my thoughts on why this could very well be the best compact phone for 2023. The Pixel 6a has a 6.1-inch display which is neither too small nor too big. I can easily reach the entire screen estate with one hand and do a lot of one-handed typing. Despite being a $400 phone, the build quality is excellent and it is an IP67 water and dust resistant body. I'm also surprised that Google hasn't made many hardware compromises, as you will only need to deal with a 60Hz Full HD Plus OLED display, the lack of wireless charging and headphone jack, or Gorilla Glass 3 front and plastic back, which to be honest, doesn't feel like plastic. I think most of you would probably complain the lack of a high refresh rate display a deal breaker, but in reality, this is a very responsive 60Hz display that shames some similar priced phones with a 90Hz or 120Hz refresh rate. On top of that, the Pixel 6a is powered by Google's 1-year-plus-old first-gen Tensor chip, which is still a more capable chip than many other similar priced phones. It has 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, which is decent, though it's unfortunate you can't expand the storage. During the 3-week review period, I haven't done much gaming on this phone, but I can confirm that this phone doesn't overheat like crazy even after gaming for 30 minutes straight on Asphalt 9. It also works fine for heavy games like Genshin Impact. One of the benefits of using a Pixel phone is that you get to enjoy OS upgrades and security patches directly from Google, which is the thing that many mid-range phones still struggle to deliver at this point of time. Even though some manufacturers such as Samsung have guaranteed major OS upgrades for their phones, but since this is Google's very own phone, you definitely get the exclusivity of upgrading to the next major Android version sooner than many others whenever it becomes available. Not to mention that you also get additional features with Google's feature drop, which can at times offer some very useful features that you do not get on other smartphones. What the Pixel 6a truly shames similar price rivals is its camera system, which really isn't surprising and is the one big reason that will get many people sold on it. Don't look down on its dual 12-megapixel camera system, as they are far more capable than any sub 2000 ringgit phones I have tested last year. It manages details and colors so well that I am simply amazed. Here are a few camera samples and you be the judge. On top of that, I've also taken some time to compare camera samples with the iPhone 14 Pro, Vivo X90 and X90 Pro, which are all great flagship camera phones, and just look at these image comparisons. The Pixel 6a can at times take more natural looking photos and portraits than these more expensive phones. And even when it doesn't have a 2x telephoto lens, the Pixel 6a's image quality looks just as good and even managed to capture more detail, all thanks to computational photography and machine learning of the Google Tensor chip. In addition, this phone takes 4K 60fps videos on its main camera, and unlike some other more expensive phones that takes 1080p videos on their ultrawide lens, the Pixel 6a's ultrawide lens can take 4K videos at 30 frames per second. As for selfies, the Pixel 6a's 8-megapixel front camera might sound a little underwhelming compared to 20 or 40 megapixels on many mid-range phones. But hey, it is still a very serviceable selfie camera and takes pretty good 1080p videos if you want to do TikTok videos with it. Battery life on the Pixel 6a unfortunately isn't good despite having a smaller and 60Hz refresh rate display. That's no thanks to the small 4410 mAh battery the phone is equipped with. But if you are a lightweight user that does less than 4 hours of screen on time and used to charge your phone on a daily basis like me, this isn't a major issue as the phone charges from single-digit battery levels in just 90 minutes with 18 watts of power. On a side note, the Pixel 6a's USB-C port runs on USB 3.1, which is very useful for large file transfers. This is one thing that some expensive phones don't even offer. The Pixel 6a I got is the Japanese model from TNL Telecom on Lazada for 1,500 ringgit, which is lower than the official retail price in the US, and the seller also offers a 1-year warranty. In terms of network support in Malaysia, it works on the Digi 4G network with VoLTE supported. 5G is still not supported even though the option is there, and I hope Google will work on that carrier setting update soon. With such a reasonable selling price, you can see why I love the Pixel 6a so much. It's hard to find a compact phone with great performance and cameras that doesn't break the bank. This phone truly delivers great value that others can't. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the Google Pixel 6a and the reason why you should definitely consider getting one in 2023. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more tech videos coming right up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.